On a textile factory floor, a worker leans too close to a roller machine. In moments, he's dragged into the spin. It's November 6th, 2013, early morning in a textile mill. The air hums with vibration, green rollers pulling fabric sheets under heavy tension. The machine spins endlessly, winding with speed and force. The worker crouches low, adjusting fabric close to the rotating core. No guardrails, no shutoff switch in reach, just bare steel and constant motion. As he reaches in, his sleeve brushes the moving roller. Instantly, the machine pulls him in. He's lifted and wrapped by the relentless spin, his balance gone before he even realizes what happened. Never, ever reach into a moving roller. A small snag can escalate into total entrapment. Torque and speed outmatch human reflex every time. Inside a busy plant, a worker leans into a laminating press to make an adjustment. The machine keeps moving and traps him in seconds. Inside the factory, the massive press feeds sheets continuously. One worker stands aside, another leans in further and further. No shutdown engaged. The rollers spin on. No guard shields the opening. No lockout holds the machine in place. The worker reaches deeper into the intake. The rollers grab the material, and with it, his torso. In an instant, he's caught, pinned by steel that doesn't stop. Lock it out before you lean in. Nip points between rollers act like jaws of steel, pulling in anything that touches. Guarding and lockout aren't optional. They are the only line of defense. A forklift lifts an overloaded pallet. A worker steps forward, hands out, trying to steady it. It's an outdoor loading bay, forklifts buzzing, trucks idling. One operator raises a pallet stacked too high, wobbling in the air. Several workers watch as it teeters forward. Instead of clearing the zone, one man rushes in, believing he can stabilize it. Gravity wins. The load breaks free, crashing down from the forks. The worker's attempt to help only pulls him into the collapse zone. Never ever try to catch or hold a falling load. Human strength is powerless against thousands of pounds in motion. Step back. Don't step in. A crane suspends a bundle of pipes high above. Beneath it, a worker stands directly in harm's way. It's a crowded unloading zone. The pipes are strapped together, lifted overhead by slings. The crane operator holds steady, but the man on the ground is distracted, unaware of the hazard looming above. The strap shifts. Suddenly, the load breaks free. The pipes cascade down, smashing into the ground just where the worker had been standing seconds earlier. Never, ever stand beneath a suspended load. Rigging can fail without warning. Gravity enforces its own rules. In a roadside excavation, a worker stands chest-deep in a trench. The soil walls loom high above him. The trench is narrow, freshly cut, and vertical. The man stands inside, shovel in hand. No shoring, no sloping, no shielding. His coworkers look down from the surface. The earth is soft, unstable, and heavy. Without warning, the wall gives way. A massive slab of soil crashes inward, burying him instantly. The trench becomes a grave in seconds. Trenches deeper than chest height without support are deadly. Soil weighs as much as concrete. Once it moves, there's no chance to fight back. A forklift cuts sharply into a congested aisle. A worker is directly in its path. The warehouse is alive with motion. Forklifts race between racks. Operators under pressure to move loads fast. Pedestrians weave through the same narrow spaces. No barriers to separate them. One forklift rounds a corner sharply. Its load pins a worker against a pallet, crushing him in the narrow gap. What looked like routine maneuvering becomes instant danger. Separate people from forklifts. Walkways, exclusion zones, and speed control keep machines and humans apart. On a barge, an excavator and a loader work side by side. Blind spots hide the danger brewing. The excavator towers above, its bucket swinging. Below, a smaller loader pushes material in the same confined space. Both operate at once. No spotters, no radios, no separation. The excavator bucket swings low, striking the loader's cab. The smaller machine jolts violently, its operator nearly crushed. The larger operator likely never even saw him. Blind spots are killers. Never run two heavy machines in the same space without control. Spotters and communication are the only way to see what operators can't. On an icy day, a worker balances on a truck lift with a heavy pallet stacked high. The lift trembles under strain. Bottled goods tower on the pallet. The worker shifts the load, trusting the platform to hold. But the ground is slick and the cargo unstable. The platform tilts. The pallet tips violently. Crates topple, glass shattering, liquid cascading. The worker leaps back just in time, narrowly escaping the collapse. Never overload or destabilize a lift. Platforms under strain can fail without warning, and stacked cargo multiplies the hazard. A worker steps inside a towering industrial press to adjust material. In his mind, the machine is idle. In reality, it's waiting to cycle. The factory is alive with mechanical rhythm. Dozens of presses line the floor, each designed to drop its platen with immense crushing force. One machine appears at rest, its jaws open, its controls quiet. A worker enters, believing it's safe. The lights hum. A co-worker nearby continues his task, but no lockout is in place, no power isolation applied. What looks like a quiet press is simply one heartbeat away from movement. Without warning, the machine activates. A hidden timer or automatic sequence engages, and the massive platen descends. The worker, still inside, has no time to retreat. In a blink, he is trapped by motion he cannot stop as panic erupts across the floor. The coworker sees too late. Energy has already been released. This is the harsh truth of industrial equipment. Machines don't hesitate. They don't pause to ask if someone is inside. Without lockout, tagout, they operate on command, automatic cycles, or even faults. Residual energy, timers, or stray signals can all restart motion when humans least expect it. A truck stacked with massive castings stands in the loading zone. A worker steps too close, reaching near the tilted cargo. In a heartbeat, gravity makes its move. The truck bed is filled with cast metal parts, each piece weighing hundreds of kilograms. The load towers high, stacked without full restraints, each edge balanced precariously. The factory hums with forklifts and clanging steel, but the worker's focus is on the parts above. He edges closer, reaching upward, unaware that the entire stack is unstable. In this zone, one shift of weight can unleash a deadly chain reaction. The inevitable happens. One casting slides loose, breaking free from the stack. With terrifying speed, it crashes down, smashing into the concrete floor with explosive force. The worker jumps back, escaping by inches, but the impact leaves no doubt. 1 second slower, and he would have been under hundreds of kilos of steel. Never, ever position yourself beside or beneath unsecured heavy loads. Casting, steel, or stone, once they begin to move, their mass becomes unstoppable. Gravity is always stronger than human reflex. Exclusion zones are not optional. Cargo must be restrained, tilted loads corrected, and workers kept clear until everything is secured. Survival must never depend on luck or quick reflexes. In heavy industry, the only safe load is a controlled one. Don't forget to share what you learned today in the comments. Your insight could save a life.